Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video. Now this is the 20,000 subscriber Q&A video that I've been looking forward to do. And a few days ago, maybe up to a week ago, I started asking for questions and this is what we've left with. A fair amount of them. This isn't all of them, but it is a lot of them. And it is in my aviator hat. So I will be picking out all questions and this will maybe go on for about 20 minutes, potentially half an hour, depending how long my answers are to certain questions. And there should be music on in the background. I'm not playing it right now because it'll probably put me off talking. But yeah, I'm going to answer a lot of questions and hopefully you guys will learn a little bit about me or learn stuff about League, because there are League questions in here as well. So the topics that I asked for were League of Legends, YouTube, and then other. Now the other could be personal, it could be, I know there's something about like anime in here, or a few questions about that, so we'll have to see what we kind of get. So, question the first. I've always wanted to say that, as that is actually Jesse Cox's line when he does these, but anyway. From George Whittle, that says, why is Foxdrop not in AZO? Was he not invited? Did he not want to be in? Or was he not good enough? Or none of these? So, many of you know I'm in a team called Absolute Zero. We are competitive somewhat in the UK scene. We play in tournaments. We've actually just been in one right now that we came third in. We've come in, I think we're in our history, or recent history, we've come second in the tournament and now 2 third places, and we've also going to a LAN next week in Sheffield. Foxdrop well, to answer this question, although I'm not going to go into massive detail, you have to go to kind of the start of the team when it was Fighters UK. And only 2 of us from the original roster are actually still in Absolute Zero, and that's me and Fi. At the time, I think Fi did ask Fox if he wanted to be in the team, but with Fox having quite a large YouTube channel, obviously Fi has still a big one, Foxdrop uses his YouTube channel as his job. And in that, he needs as much time as he can to make good content, therefore he doesn't have enough free time. And also, I'm not entirely sure if Fox wants to be in a Rank 5s team, who knows. I actually have played Rank 5s with him in the past, but that was kind of a funny YouTuber Ranked 5s. That was me, Foxdrop, Fi, Curie, and Uber Danger. We did that just for a laugh, and yeah, that's the only time I've ever played Ranked 5s with Fox. But to answer your question specifically, you know, I just think he doesn't have enough time. So anyway, another one. This is from YouTube username Fifths, but I think that's how you pronounce it, FIFHTS. Another question for Absolute Zero. So, would you guys be trying to get professional with Absolute Zero? With any competitive team that goes to tournaments or any type of thing, that is always in your head. Right now, we're not good enough, but maybe one day we will be. We have the potential to be. I like the current roster. I like everybody in it. Obviously, we've now met in real life. We're going to LANs together, and we all blend really well. We definitely need to pick up our game, and obviously before we go professional, you've got to get to Challenger Series. So the main target, if we were to go professional, would be get Challenger in Ranked 5s. That is the first stepping stone about becoming a professional. If you are like not just joining an already existing team, if you're going as a 5, get into the Challenger Series and go from there. So that's just going to have to be the goal, and we're probably going to try and do that over the summer because obviously everybody has the most free time. Next question by Robin B. Hey Huzz, what is your job in real life? Now, okay, so everybody thinks that I'm older than I am, and I don't know why it is. You know, when I stream, people say, God, you're older than you, or you look older than you are. I'm only 19 years old, so I'm a university student. I'm actually a first-year university student too, although I'm breaking up in about 2 weeks, and then I'll be in second year. Right now I'm in first year. And yeah, my job, I don't have really a job. This is my hobby. YouTube's my hobby that I earn a little bit from every now and then. Helps me buy some more skins. Helps me buy this mic. You know, this mic whole setup here. That was basically 1 month of YouTube, and that was all gone. Because that's kind of how it works. Anything I get, I don't save. I just put it back into YouTube, or I put it back into League of Legends, or buy other games. You know, I'll be buying a PlayStation 4 this Monday for a bit of fun. Hopefully you don't hear an ice cream truck, because I actually hear it quite loud, but there will be music, as said, over this. Next question, and there is actually 2 questions in this one. Trix Kip asks, what are your main champions for each role, and what champ did I play first? So in each role, we're going to go through these quite quickly if I can think of them off the top of my head. Top lane, My main champions, I've got quite a big pool in top lane, although I need to like really nail down like I'd say 2 champions that I'm like really good at. Most likely Renekton, Ryze, Aurelia, and Lee Sin. They're probably my 4. I want Jax to be in there, but I've got to learn him a little bit more to actually count him in there. But yeah, definitely them 4. And I need to improve on all 4. I need to improve in like general, like anyone. But I'd say them 4. Actually the others. So jungle, again Lee Sin, Vi, and then probably Nocturne as a Feral Flare jungler. Mid lane, Ziggs. Literally, I only play Ziggs if I play mid nowadays, but probably I'd put Zed in there. I'd probably put Nidalee in there, and yeah, I don't play mid that often, maybe just in solo queue. I have actually been playing a little bit of TF as well. And then for AD carry, Lucian, Twitch, that's probably it. And then probably support, pretty much any support, honestly. I'm not amazing with support, so just any of them, like Lulu, Thresh, Leona, something like that. I'm not really sure. So thank you for the question. And then, the other one was, what champion did I first play? Fiddlesticks. The whole of Season 1, I was a only Fiddlesticks player. I wasn't very good, but that's the only champion I played in Season 1. I miss playing Fiddle a little bit, but I'd rather be more diverse in my champion pool than just be limited to one champion like I know a lot of people are. Anyway, next question. Gonna go for a thin one because these are... They're spread in different sizes. You know, this is a thin one, there's a thick one. The thin ones are from Facebook, so I'll try and vary it every now and then. So this is from Colin Schofield. I think that's how you pronounce it. Do I like anime? If so, which ones? So normal anime, you know, a lot of people rate that as like Attack on Titan or stuff like that. I don't watch any of that like Japanese stuff, although, you know, you could argue some of the stuff I watch is Japanese, but I watch Pokemon every now and then. You know, as a kid growing up with Pokemon in the 90s, I'm still a Pokemon fanatic. I occasionally, if I'm in a really bored mood and nostalgic mood, I'll put on a Pokemon movie. You know, Mewtwo Strikes Back or one of them. I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually started watching the whole of Yu-Gi-Oh! Again about, I don't know, 3 months ago, but I've actually stopped. I've run out of time. But I may pick up that again in the summer, I don't know. And then my overall favourite anime ever is the Avatar series. So Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar The Legend of Korra. I love them. You can ask me any question about them and I'll probably know the answer. And I definitely know there's another question about A Legend of Korra in here. So hopefully we'll pick that out. But yeah, definitely Avatar. I love the world. I've actually ordered a t-shirt by 4 Human Peoples. It's like the 4 nations on a t-shirt, which looks really cool too. So anyway, thanks for the question, Colin. Next question, throw the hand in here just to make sure you know what I'm doing. Literally, I'm just putting my hand in and just picking one at random. Occasionally, as I said, I will pick out a skinny one on purpose because I do want to vary the ones that we get. Right, this is from the Fateful Corn on YouTube. There's 3 questions, so I'll go through these quite quickly. Do I think the Wriggles nerf that was published most recently will change the jungle situation we have at the moment? What are your top 3 top laners for the actual meta, and what are my favourite top laners ignoring the meta and why? So I'm guessing the Wriggles thing nerf was if they raised it from 25 to 30 to Feral Flare. It's not going to change it. Feral Flare junglers I think are going to be around until Feral Flare goes away, if it ever does. Unless someone like just goes, right, these are better than Feral Flare junglers and does that. But yeah, Feral Flare junglers are really strong. Basically, if you have the Feral Flare item and stack it up, you'll be doing more damage than anybody with a Spirit Stone item. That's just how it works. But it just obviously relies on you farming more than ganking, and that's the sacrifice that you take. I think Feral Flare junglers work better at high elo than low elo, because low elo people need help in lanes. They need the jungler presence maybe to help them out a bit. Where in top lane people know and maybe how to just play a little bit more passive. It's a bit different also in ranked 5s, because a lot of the time with a 2v1 meta, as a top laner myself, I don't have a turret behind me, so I have to play super passive, and normally I just get camped by the enemy jungler and die, which is a good Spirit Stone jungler tactic. But I think Feral Flare junglers will be around until someone goes, no, this Spirit Stone method works way better, or something like that. I don't know. Next question. What are my top 3 top laners for the actual meta? So I'll answer that one. Renekton. So right now I'm trying to, although my games, if you look at my profile, I don't have a lot of games on certain of these champions. I would say they actually potentially could be my best. So Renekton is, you know, my most played. Although my win rate isn't 100% like positive on him, I still think I'm most useful on him. Lee Sin is probably my best top laner mechanically. I know how to outplay people. I'm just confident when I'm playing Lee Sin. I don't know why. I wish I was as confident on other top laners than I am Lee Sin. And then third one, most likely Ryze. Although again, my win rate could be better than it is, and my kill to death ratio could be a little bit better. I do feel that my Ryze is pretty good in certain situations when I'm allowed to just farm, you know, up, and then late game just wreck face. And then the others, well, my three favourite top laners ignoring the meta. So I've actually talked to Absolute Zero about this, and basically I told them we need to spark some more fun into our gameplay. You know, we're just taking this a little bit too serious. We need to have fun. And before the tournament, we did a warm-up game, and they were like, okay, just play stuff we're going to play in the tournament. I ignored that. I literally just played a Kali top lane, and I went like 19-5 or something, just to have fun. And yeah, Kali's going to be one of them that I love playing, that I even screw the meta, I would play her top lane, and I might actually start picking her up. Second one, Riven. Riven again, although she was used to be in the meta, right now in the tanky meta, she's not very good. Because unless you're box, you'll probably just get bullied out of lane late game, or mid to late game when they get too tanky. And then the third one, probably Jace. A Jace / Vladimir. Although I haven't done like literally any games on Vladimir this season, I am thinking about picking him up due to an interview. Although I don't like the player Young Buck, he actually rates the matchup between Vladimir and Jax quite highly in Vladimir's favour, because you can just sustain yourself and poke him out of lane. So I might be picking up Vladimir again just to deal with Jax. And then Jace as well, I like playing just because it's Jace. So anyway, thank you for the question. I accidentally lost it. Anyway, next question. I just picked one off the top. I'll scrummage a little bit. Next one, here we go, this will do. Darth Tuga, so not Darth Vader, Darth Tuga. What champion do I hate going against? Simple answer, Jax. Jax is literally my kryptonite. So if you are at all aware of Superman, his weakness is kryptonite. What's his name? Achilles was his heel. You know, my weakness is Jax. If I play Jax, I don't do enough in lane phase to like warrant late game. Although I do well in late game with him, I could do better in lane phase as him. And then when I'm playing against him, I don't do enough to deny him. So then he'll just kill me at like level 9 or something. So yeah, definitely Jax. I need to learn how to play against him. Or simply we'll just ban him right now because he's so popular right now. It's unreal. And nothing scales better than a Jax. Late game, he'll kill anything. Well, really mid to late game, he'll kill anything. Anyway, next question. The Darkness Wakes. What did you do to have to adjust your playstyle when you joined a rank 5's team? Does everybody have to be good, or can it just be 2 to 3 players who can carry? Okay, so this is a two-part question. So what did I personally have to do to change when I joined a rank 5's team? Become less selfish in solo queue. You know, I'll take that wave there. I'll take that red buff even though it's not the right time. I'll be selfish. I'll take that kill. Rank 5s, you got to think smarter. Rank 5s, you think, right, I trust my team. In solo queue, I don't trust my team. I'll take that kill because I think I can carry better. Ranked 5s, if I have a kill opportunity that Fi could get the kill or Thor could get the kill and I'm playing a tank, I'm going to give them the kill. Where in solo queue, I'm probably not going to do that. So that's just basic. The basic thing you have to change is just act more like a team. Listen to calls. Even if you think it's a bad call, listen to it, because it's better if everybody listens to a bad call than like one person does it and everybody else disperses into chaos. So that's it. Just play more like a team. And then the second part to the question is, does everybody have to be really good, or you can have two to three good players who can carry? So if you think of LCS, you know, every team in LCS. So every single team has basically one player that everybody deems the god level. So TSM, everybody thinks Bjergsen is better than everybody else. CLG is Dexter and Doublelift. Curse, everybody thinks nobody's better on actually Curse, I would actually think now. No, actually, Curse is actually one that I'd say everybody's kind of even. So yeah, Curse actually, there we go, that's one breaks the rule. But yeah, I'd say most teams have that one player that is really, really good. In our team, due to all the role swaps that have been happening, I'd say Thor and Vi carry the hardest, simply because obviously Thor is a mid laner. He's a true mid laner that's been playing it for a few years now. He's been playing it to a high Diamond 1 level competitively, so he's totally used to his role. Fi again has been playing AD carry for years and is really good at his role. We've got then me, Vale and Duff that have been kind of swapping around, getting our bases with our roles, so we're not to their level of their role yet. We still do good, but we definitely could improve, like us three the most. And yeah, that's the honest answer. I think I may as well be honest in these. So next question. We've been going for 15 minutes, so another 5 to 10 minutes of this, and then that will wrap this up. And I will actually just mention quickly, I'll mention this again at the end. If you do want to see part 2, as obviously we have a lot of questions here, there's definitely enough for part 2. Just let me know in the comments below and I'll make it like in a week's time or something. And yeah, maybe we'll make this on a regular basis, who knows. Next question by a hard to pronounce name. Ninad Marinovic. Oh god, let me try that again. Marijanovic. There you go. If that was your name, if that's how you pronounce it, hopefully it was. Hopefully I didn't butcher it. Question, are you a Pokemon? No, I'm not a Pokemon, but I will give you an answer. So you may have thought this answer would baffle me. No, I'm not a Pokemon, but if I were to be a Pokemon, I'd be Charmander. Now the reason for that is because I've played both Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games on the DS, and at the start of them games you have to do a little quiz of what Pokemon you'll turn into. Both times, without me trying, I answered them honestly. I was Charmander both times. So there you go. If I was a Pokemon, I'd be Charmander, but I am currently not one right now. So thanks for the question. Next one, pick this one out. It was right on top. By Alex Akma. Okay, that's a cool name. How do I think that Riot can make LoL a less toxic? Okay, that's an interesting question. So every MOBA community, arguably Dota 2 has the most toxic. From what I've seen, no diss to Dota over there, but from what I've seen on both subreddits of what people say, arguably Dota 2 is the more toxic MOBA. How could LoL in specifically get rid of it? Simply ban more people, give people more warnings, give people more timeouts. Now the tribunal on EUS has been down for several months. Now I don't know if that completely stops people getting banned or something, but that stops the player voting of, yeah, that player should be punished. And I know like the Australian server has never had a tribunal, so there are a lot of toxic people that shouldn't be there. But honestly, I don't know what it's going to take, because the internet is, you're anybody in the internet. I could say I'm, I don't know, Michael Jackson from beyond the grave, and someone would believe me on the internet. And there is no way you could prove otherwise, like literally a very little way. So I could be anybody. So they don't care. Like if I was pretending I was Michael Jackson beyond the grave, I could say anything I wanted and there was no repercussions. Obviously there is some examples of people finding people that have said stuff and someone's ended up in jail. But generally, in a League of Legends game, saying something will not harm you overall. So that's why kind of people feel that they can rage. So maybe, and everybody will hate this idea, but make it so if you're in a League of Legends game, you have to tie your real name to that account, and you have to confirm your real name. And that, so my name will be AZ or Huz, and then in brackets, my name. I'm not going to say it right now, but my name. So if someone, like, people use, it's linked to me, they know it's me. So if someone is raging so hard, everybody knows, right, that's James Linford. Everybody knows it's him. Therefore, that might stop people raging. It's an idea. I'm not sure if it will work amazingly well. There'd have to be a way you have to definitely confirm it, maybe with a credit card or an ID, but that will probably take a little bit too much work. Or simply just the simple way of ban more people. Like, I have no time for ragers. I report every single one I come across on my team or the enemy team, and, you know, I still see them around. I still see every single game I go into a League of Legends ranked games now, I press tab and I've got someone muted on the enemy team. So I must have played them with before. Right, the next question is from Italian Stallion, Socks and Hose, interesting name. Do your family watch your videos? Are they supportive of the whole YouTube thing? And do I watch anime? So we've had the third one of them in a question already, but I can answer the first two. Do my family watch my videos? No, they do not. They are not game enthusiasts at all. Far from it, actually. Although they are supportive in what I do, they are quite proud that I'm making progress. You know, 20,000 people. My mum is actually really proud of me. And also my dad. but they don't watch my videos. They are sports people and professional, like my dad's business, and yeah, they would never watch my videos, but I know they are supportive in what I want to do. The main test to me will be if I ever wanted to make YouTube my career, in that I've got now 2 odd years to finish university. Say in 2 odd years I'm around 100,000 subscribers. Thinking about the point, do I want to do this full time? Go for it. This will be what I use to pay my rent, pay bills, etc. If I told my parents that I'm going to make it my career, then they may be a little bit skeptical, but they're still supportive. And then yeah, I do watch some anime, mainly Avatar. So next question, I'm going to look for a thin one, picked one out straight away. So this question is from Kieran Baxter. What do I think about Vladimir top at the moment, and what would I build on him? So I think, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be picking up Vladimir for the Jax meta, or the Jax matchup. And what would I build on Vladimir? Well, items that are good on him, obviously the revolver for the spell vamp. The Zhonya's is amazing on Vlad. Haunting Guys and Spirit Visage. And then probably either Sorcerer Boots or Boots of Lucidity. So build order, and then Riley. So that's probably going to be my build. I'm not sure if I'd need a death cap in that, because you're kind of going for a tanky meta. But I'd go early Revolver for the spell vamp so I can harass. Then I'd go into a Zhonya's, obviously getting boots in between here. Then probably depending your match opponent, probably a Spirit Visage after Zhonya's would be good for a bit of more tankiness, a bit more sustain. And then the Haunting Guys into the Leandries, and then finishing off a Riley or a Death Cap, depending how fed you are. If you're really fed, just go for a Death Cap and kill everybody. But yeah, off the top of my head, that's probably what I'd build. So thank you for the question, Kieran. Next, couple last questions. I'm going to do many more. And at the end, I will be just having a little word about the 20,000, because, you know, it does mean a lot. So a couple last questions. Festio Mask, hopefully I pronounced your name right in one version. In my opinion, what do I think Riot could do to save or buff junglers that are no longer meta picks like Shaco? So firstly, Shaco has never been a meta pick. He's a champion, like I'd say I'd put a Kali into the bracket of, if someone plays a Kali or Shaco, they're most likely going to main it, because those type of champions, actually get rid of a Kali, she's actually better. Shaco specifically is not a very good champion. Now this is my opinion, people can have different ones, but I don't think Shaco is a very good champion. If you don't win the game in the first 15 minutes, like first 15-20 minutes, you're going to find it very hard with Shaco to win the game, because he doesn't really offer anything late game. So I don't think Riot will actually do anything to help Shaco specifically, because you did say Shaco specifically. Riot help champions that they see a future in the competitive scene, and Shaco will never be in it. He's too unreliable. As I mentioned, even like Lee Sin, everybody says Lee Sin's late game's bad, not as bad as Shaco's. So I don't think they're ever going to help Shaco. You're just going to have players that play him. And then other off-meta picks, I don't know, they have been helping quite a bit. The Spirit Stone changes that you can go in 3 different paths have helped a lot of people that weren't able to jungle before. And then the new Feral Flare, again, is helping junglers, or helping champions that weren't junglers. So they are helping, but just not specifically Shaco, because they probably don't rate him as a competitive pick. So I'm going to do 2 more questions, and then we'll wrap this up. I'm going to look for a thin one, or a thinnish one, so we'll go for this one. Thomas, on Twitter, asks, can I play with my subscribers, and is doing videos my job? Briefly answered that earlier. And if not, what it is. And he says, French followers, ! And you're awesome. So thank you very much, Thomas. French followers for the win. I used to speak French, but I'm not going to embarrass myself speaking some now. So can I play with subscribers? Yes, I do play with them on stream occasionally. And throughout the summer, I'm going to be streaming more at twitch.tv/HuzzyGames. Gonna probably make a schedule so you guys know when I'll be streaming, and I'm gonna have like 1 day a week in the summer that I literally have a subscriber day that will literally just be going in normals with subscribers, having fun, teaching them things, and doing all that. So make sure you check out the stream. It will be linked in the description below somewhere, and it's also linked on the channel. So make sure you come and follow the stream and check it out whenever I'm online. So yeah, thanks for the question, Thomas. Last question. So this is to wrap up part 1. Potentially, but maybe we'll have a part 2, not really sure, of this Q&A video. So I'm going to pick one out. Thin one. We have got... this is the question I wanted. I'm a bit biased for this question. But we've got a question. I knew this was in here somewhere. Question from Alexander Sun, and what would I like to see in Book 3 of The Legend of Korra? So this is, as mentioned earlier, the series, the anime that I watch the most is Avatar, The Legend of Aang, and then the second one, Avatar, The Legend of Korra. Book 3 is Season 3, so we've had Season 1 and 2. Now, not going through many spoilers, because I could talk about this subject. I've actually been very tempted to make a video on this matter, talking about like Avatar for about half an hour. But what you're going to kind of think is both series link to each other. Well, mainly Korra links more to Avatar, to Aang, because obviously Korra didn't exist when Aang was around. But in Book 3, we've seen a trailer and we've seen some things that may happen. And if you've never watched it before, this won't spoil a lot because you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. We've seen that the White Lotus comes back in Book 3, and we don't know if they're actually good or evil this time around. And we also see... we also saw, what else did we see? I can't really remember, but a couple things that I'd like. So I'd want the White Lotus to potentially be bad at first, and then Korra somehow turns them around. Like they've been put on the wrong path, and Korra's like, no, do this instead. I'd like to see General Iroh come back in the spirit world when he made an appearance when Aang's son, or Aang's children, went into the spirit world to find his daughter. I really like seeing General Iroh again. He's actually my favourite character in like all of the series. So I'd like to see like the old General Iroh, not the new one. So I'd like to see him again, maybe make an appearance in the spirit world. And then finally is Korra actually using the Avatar state in something really good. We had actually a spoiler, I think in Season 1 or 2, I can't remember, that Korra could willy-nilly turn off the Avatar state on and off, that she was racing on air balls against the other airbenders, and she just turned on the Avatar state to get quicker. So we know she can use it, but she's actually never used it to be like really powerful like Aang did. Like if you go all the way back to Avatar: The Legend of Aang, in every single season he used it for something amazing. So Season 1 he transformed into the big water thing. Season 2 what did he do in Season 2? Well, in Season 3 he combined all the elements, and then I'm not going to spoil that. But then Season 2, he did something else. Something amazing. Like I can't remember what he did, but he did something amazing. And the only thing we've ever seen Korra do absolutely amazing is like get rid of Vaatu. Sure, that was something that she did. That was kind of the Avatar state, but she didn't do anything amazing. And mainly when she killed Vaatu, it wasn't even the Avatar state that did it. She actually went and did... like Aang did, she went into the universe and like tapped into her universal power, not even the Avatar power. So yeah, 3 things. See the White Lotus more, hopefully they're bad, then become good. See General Iroh again, the old one that's in the spirit world, and then finally see Korra actually do something useful with her Avatar state. That's really cool and awesome. So anyway, you can tell I actually quite like Avatar. So that was the part 1 to the 20,000 subscribers. This video is going to be about half an hour long, so I apologise if you watched the whole thing. Actually say, what should you say if you made it to the whole way? Say TSM. So I'm wearing a TSM shirt. Even if you don't support them, include TSM in your comment below and I will know you made it the whole way through. So either say, I love TSM, Huzz, you support TSM, I don't support TSM, something to do with them, and I will know you made it to the end. So as mentioned, we do have still quite a lot of questions, and I also can print off more. So if you want a part 2, in also your comment, say that you want part 2 if you do want it. I understand if you don't, but it'll be fun to do nonetheless. So that is it. So as a wrap up to this video, I just have to again say thank you for 20,000 subscribers. It was much more than I've ever expected getting, and hopefully we're going to continue to grow. Over the summer, I'm going to be trying to produce more content, hopefully more content that people can just like quickly just watch, because I understand like big commentaries, the bulk of what I do sometimes is hard to watch because it's like really long. So I'm going to try and be doing a series that's about 5 minutes and just throwing tips at you, little tips, little tricks, and maybe even Reddit will like that. So if you ever see a Reddit post, please upvote it, as it does help me grow. As the biggest example I'll give, Cowbell, who does all like the computer voice videos, he was at 8,000 subscribers 1 month. 2 months later he was over 100,000 due to LOL Reddit. So that's how big of an impact it actually has. So anyway, thanks for watching, thank you for 20,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time.